We're starting over. I'm doing a whole nother video because I did a 40, almost 56-minute video earlier talking about energy, right? Divine feminine embodiment, and fucking YouTube won't upload the video. So I thought I'd change my strategy until a different day when I can recover all that data, start over. Instead, we're going to do a card reading by elements. So earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. I'm about to dye my roots today, so I didn't do any makeup or anything. I did just cut my bangs again. So that's what mode we're in. I'm gonna get these dark roots fixed any minute now. So I'm au natural. I do have a filter over here on Instagram. I am broadcasting both on YouTube and Instagram. Spirit of angels, truth, love, light, and benevolent darkness. Please use me to channel the messages that need to come forward for New Year's Eve for these predictions. New Year's Day, I mean, 2025. Let me get the word out to my people the way they need to hear it, with the right words, as clearly and concisely as possible. Please remove my ego so that the messages can be delivered the way they need to be heard. I asked that my deities of choice, my guides from the other side, my crossed over people that want to be helpful, and my uncorporeal friends, my people that don't have any bodies that help me get through life. Please come to this circle. As long as you're an entity that has our best interest in mind, can bring clarity, and want to assist us in our growth, you're invited. We are using the Pulp Tarot. It's like a Pulp Fiction like design. Like little, I love them, straight up. I've been using this deck since I got it, straight up. I usually ride with the Rider-Waite Tarot because I've had it since 2005. It's a long ass time, y'all. Seltzer water with key lime juice and some of those natural juice concentrate flavor squeezes with stevia. That's what I got going on over here. I cannot, with how that video from before did not want to broadcast. It's all about divine feminine energy. I'm still healing from my cold. Let me see if I can't get my lighting a little bit better. That's better. My nose is so crooked. I'm so sorry. They were supposed to fix that. I got a rhinoplasty in 2018 because my valve was just broken. Like, I had a bone spur. I had a deviated septum and shit. So they were trying to fix that, but I don't think they fixed it. It doesn't help that I was just sick. Okay, so earth, air, fire, water. We are in earth right now. Right now. I follow Western astrology, tropical Western astrology. So we'll go with earth because it's Capricorn energy. So earth, this will be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. You guys step up. This is for you. What advice? What advice can I give to the earth signs that they really need right now? Sorry about the jiggliness on Instagram. I cannot fix that. My stand for my phone just is what it is. Okay, so let's do 3 cards. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Elemental wisdom for the new year. What do we need to know for 2025 for the earth signs? Ace of Pentacles to start. Ace of Pentacles. Love it. Strong start. 5 of Swords. Hmm. 3 of Swords. I don't take reversals in this deck. So this is giving that Bible verse. What difference does it make if you have all the wealth in all the world but lose your soul? What difference does all the knowledge make if you don't have love? It's a sounding brass and tinkling cymbals. Things might look good on the surface, but really, really, really make sure to do the digging into yourself, do the self-exploration. Because there's an element of personal responsibility here. You get given blessings, you get given opportunities, you get given gifts. And if you're too busy being defensive and trying to always get one over on people or have the idea that you're last, so you have to work harder to be first, you're going to just walk around with a constant wound, a gaping wound that nothing and no one can ever fill. And you won't be able to hold on to the wealth, the abundance that you get given without the wisdom. So knowing, taking the knowledge, taking the contrast, taking the good and the bad, and using that to heal and expand with this year. This is about material gain, but also spiritual and communication, like communication. This is swords. And so it's knowledge, applied gains, tangibility. You are getting given a gift, but you really, really need to work on your know-how and your trust with the universe. Otherwise, you will be finding yourself in a lot of pain. I'm not saying second guess what you think you know. I'm just saying you might need to re-strategize. Have a new reason, a new campaign. And he looks like a Knights Templar. So you need a new mission to stand by because the old ones have lost their flavor and interest of being able to hold on to a greater sense of abundance. You can do yourself a lot of harm without exercising this new mindset. Let's get these cards back in. And then we'll do air, because air is next. Aquarius. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, air. What do we need to know for 2025? What do we need to know for 2025? We don't take reversals in this deck. Knight of Wands. Star, Knight of Wands. Looks like lightning. Knight of Wands. The star. Love the star in this deck. Ugh, love that font. And then Two of Wands. Two of Wands. So we're doing air signs. Two of Wands. Knight of Wands, the Star, Two of Wands. Stop and go. Stop and go. You might get this feeling that impulse, racing towards your impulse. I know what I want to win at. I am racing to get to the finish line. You're already deeply instilled in your spirit. The Star card is an Aquarius card, that you're going to get what you've been wishing for. You're going to get it. You know it's yours. It's like the deepest knowing. Healing has taken place. You're in a different place than you ever were. I think more things are possible. But still, but alas, this is not an action card. This is a card of planning, taking a step back and really getting into your motives for why you want what you want, for what role you will want in the future. If you want to travel, go on safari. Are you wanting to stay and survey the homelands, or are you trying to do more than that? It's interesting. Air is getting such sparky, fiery energy. Your spark for knowing and drive and what doesn't work. I think what's really propelling you is you already know what doesn't work. And that's why you're all lit up like this. So if you know what doesn't work, you're really good at not repeating the past at this point, as long as you make solid plans. And really ask questions, because you might think you know, but there's things you don't know that you don't know. Don't lose your spark over this, though. You really just need to get into your true motivations for this. But it is blessed, and you're likely to get it at what it is that you've been working for. And the reasons why you know things don't work have all been working in your favor this entire time. It's been feeling like you were prevented from blooming up until now, and I really think air signs are going to be feeling good this year for spreading out. Just don't expect it to happen fast. Fire signs. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. What does the fire signs need to know for 2025? Is it really worth losing sleep over fire? Is it really? The devil. The devil. Nine of Swords. There we go. Nine of Swords. Sleepless nights, fretting, belly aching, worst case scenario, possibility. And then we have the Sun. Devil, Nine of Swords, Sun. So all over the place. So are we done trying to control things in the middle of the night? Because we're going to deal with contrast whether we like it or not. Ultimately, everything's working out in our favor. It's all part of the story. This is part of our glory story. This is part of how we stay consistent, how we show love to the world, how we shine. Our inner child knows it's resilient. Our inner child is more resilient than our adult mind. The devil. Why is the devil here? We're obsessed. I'm not saying that's even a bad thing, because stubbornness is really what makes people more successful in life. But really, I'm going to say this. Fire signs are getting told, don't worry about things because they're going to happen either way. Your stress about the situation, your obsession about the situation doesn't make it go any faster or any slower. You're obsessed. You're enslaved to this thing that lives rent-free in your head. And in my case, it has a lot to do with work. I'm having a lot of heavy 10th house transits with Pisces right now. A lot of different types of work and strategies and what I really want out of life. And that kind of thing is playing on my mind in bed at night. This is a very strong recommendation. Control is not even up to us. There's an aspect of being enslaved that takes submission. Active submission will probably alleviate a lot of the mental spinning your wheels and trying to correct a situation that might not even be corrected, need to be corrected, because the sun is here at the ultimate. So that's one of the most wonderful wish fulfilling cards of the entire deck. So don't forget to be playful. Don't forget to be playful. 3 more cards. Water. And it doesn't look like anybody is actually on either of these broadcasts, so we won't have to worry about any personal readings unless a random shows up and wants it. Okay. So water signs. What do we need to know for water signs in 2025? My sick voice is so much deeper. 2025. Let's hope this broadcasts and actually posts. The other one was about divine feminine embodiment and habits, and I can revisit that topic another time. Right now, let's do some cards. Water signs. Give us the vibe for 2025 and what we need to know. King of Wands, 10 of Cups, and Justice. King of Wands, water signs. I just did the other 4 elements. 10 of Cups. They're bowling. Strike. Justice. Foxy Brown. I love it. This is giving Emperor Nero watching Rome burn, which is pretty intense for fucking water signs, just to start out the gate. I mean, what good is it? I mean, we're really going to have to unpack this. What good is it for people to have everything set on fire? What's the good qualities of a big roaring fire that destroys everything? What we have is, well, fertility. If you don't live near a place that gets burned down regularly, like I do in California, you just don't understand the way fires feed the soil in richness, because all of that ash goes straight back to the earth, and the plants and trees grow back 10 times thicker. Same with volcanoes. It might take a little while because everything is starting from nothing. And even if you've burned down bridges, water signs, there's a fertile aspect to this. I wouldn't burn everything down for nothing, but if you're gonna make everything a little bit better at the end of the day, at least this raging fire is going to give birth to more fertility, more everything. 10 of Cups. This is, in some terms, a short-lived joy. I mean, winning always feels good, especially when it's the entire team winning. But it's like that tournament only happened that one night. What are you doing the rest of the time? Are you still training in between, in the off season? Because that's what you really need to do to get to the 10 of Cups. You need to become more emotionally resilient and be able to carry more capacity. Make sure you're not being impulsive and burning things down too soon. This is a man who's a master at controlled burns. It's only burning what he needs to burn because he's the king. There's a holiness to your anger, I'm hearing. Water signs, if you're feeling outraged, if you're feeling like things just haven't been fair, they probably haven't been. This is the Justice card. You have every right to protect your emotions. You are justified in doing so. There's fire in both of these cards, if you haven't noticed, beginning and end. In the middle, you have the 10 of Cups. What can you learn from overjoy? Well, you have to earn it. You have to fight for it. You have to jump through the flames and declare what's right and just and unjust. You have to know you're right from wrong. You have to have a strong internal fortitude. You have to have strong emotional qualities. You have to be able to understand the many layers of leadership and being a good judge of things, not letting your bias get in the way. Justice is usually blind. The pillars of right and wrong never change. So we have to use our sense of judgment, our emotions, and our impulses all in our own favor. I think this is really going to apply to people who have had a lot to do with the justice system this last year or so. I'm hearing like the last 2 or 3 years, if you've been dealing with a legal case, water signs, legal cases, judgments, bankruptcies, divorces, even probation. I think your sense of justice is going to be carried out. To fruition. There's this fire thing, though. That's why I'm pausing. I think this trial that you've been through is going to light you on fire and create a new pathway. Maybe you never saw yourself becoming a lawyer, and after you got dragged through this whole mess and won, you start going to law school or something. Like, this is just an example. I think you're inspired by your hardships that you've been through. You see that you've dealt with it so fucking well, and you can turn it around and probably teach it or be of benefit to society in some way. So it's funny. I've noticed a little bit of mingling of all the energies for each of the signs, but in this case, I think fire has been predominant for most of the cards, if I remember correctly. I think overall, our impulses, our passions, our creative spikes, the things that get exciting are all going to be very important to us, and we have, for varying degrees, have to master ourselves in order to read them and use this energy correctly. When you win, water, when you win, when you are on the winning side, do it with a good spirit. Do it with, nobody likes a sore loser. Nobody likes a sore winner. Be a good champion. $25 minutes. Okay. One more card for overall. All signs, give us one more little piece of advice, please. What else do we need to know about 2025? Final word. What else do we need to know about 2025? Sacrifices must be made in the concept that we have around finances, around give and take, around what stability is, what we're really tying together with people, what unity really means for us. Hanged Man, Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands. I mean, we can't hold on so close-fisted about our value and things that have a value exchange rate. We have to let go of our concept of it probably. Then the true joy of stability comes through. You know, it's always the things that we don't really have our eye on that become the most influential. So again, a submission feeling. Is he falling or is he flying? I think this is still an 11-11 card. So we want to look for the sameness and not for the discrepancies. Have faith. New values are coming through. Probably new community too. Certain things, certain bridges have been burned. And there might be a lot of people watching you to see if you made the wrong sacrifice, to see if you failed, to see if you're going to bounce off that fucking sidewalk. So they can point at you and laugh, and that's not what's going to happen. You're going to make people question if they are holding on to the wrong values or not by the way you carry yourself. It's like a tiki beach party. So I would say, you know, around summertime, we're really going to know how far along the collective is when it comes to submitting and reformatting our beliefs, and how far our communities come through for us. But it's super good. Six of Wands. Everybody's going to know it. Everybody's going to know it. Bottom of the deck. Public recognition. Public parade. Ticker tape parade. Wow. The Tournament of Roses was today. That's what it makes me think of. So, a time for personal celebration after submission, a little confusion, but all in all, a bunch of us are battling our inner demons, our ruminations, our obsessions, things that we've really needed to burn down for a while now, our establishments. So congratulations, we're doing a bunch of good work. All right, hopefully this post, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go not bleach, but, you know, dye my roots because they're rooting. Happy New Year. All the love in my heart. Hopefully this stream does its thing. Oh my God. Bye.